Right, so you want to make some serious cash, right? And fast.
Sounds familiar.
Well, we've got some sources here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they lay out this pretty
Oh,
bold,
bold.
yeah, bold 3-step plan to do just that.
All right, I'm intrigued.
But I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
The idea of fast money,
Mm-hmm.
it always kind of raises an eyebrow for me.
Yeah, for sure. There's always a little skepticism there.
Right.
Yeah.
But there's usually at least a little nugget of wisdom
Mm-hmm.
hiding even in the wildest claims.
Yeah, you can usually pull something out of it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So let's unpack these steps and see if we can separate the hype from something truly valuable, shall we?
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
I think what's really intriguing about these sources is how much they emphasize mindset.
Okay.
It's not just about, grinding away at a 9 to 5.
Right.
It's about being really clear on what you want
Okay.
and aligning your actions with that vision.
Okay, so step 1.
Yeah.
It's all about setting a clear financial goal.
All right, that makes sense.
Sounds simple enough, right?
Yeah, sure.
But these sources, they're really hammering home this idea.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that it's got to be way more than just wanting, like, a lot of money. They use this great example, thinking to yourself, I want to be rich.
Right, yeah.
Versus saying something like, I want an extra $10,000 by the end of the year.
Okay.
Or even, I'm aiming for a net worth of $1 million.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I do, and that laser focus is so crucial.
Oh, really?
Yeah, think about it like plotting a course on a map.
Okay.
You wouldn't just set off
in
a random direction, hoping to just stumble upon your destination, right?
Nope, not a good plan.
No, that clear financial goal.
Yeah.
It's your compass.
Ooh, I like that.
It transforms like a vague wish
Yeah.
into a tangible target you can actually work towards.
So you're saying that just wishing for more money, it's like setting sail without a map.
Basically, yeah.
But can definitely see how that would lead to, a lot of aimless wandering.
Exactly.
But how does that connect to those, like, super specific goals?
Well, this is where we get into something called SMART goals.
Okay. SMART goals.
You probably heard of them.
I think so, yeah.
Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I have heard of that.
So when you say I want $1 million, that's a great aspiration, but it's missing those crucial details.
Right, yeah. It's just sort of floating out there in the ether.
Exactly.
So how would you translate that vague desire into a SMART goal?
Okay, let's break it down.
Yeah.
Instead of just saying $1 million, you can say something like, I want to increase my net worth by $50,000 each year.
Okay.
For the next 20 years.
Oh, okay.
Now it's specific, right?
Yeah.
It's measurable, and it has a really clear time frame. Whether or not it's achievable or relevant.
Right.
That depends on your own individual circumstances, of course.
Wow, that is a huge difference.
Right.
Yeah.
It is.
Suddenly that $1 million doesn't seem so out of reach.
Right.
When you break it down into those manageable chunks.
Exactly. And that's the power of specificity.
Okay.
It takes something overwhelming and makes it actionable.
Okay. So we've got our destination all locked in.
Right.
Step 2.
Okay.
This is where things get a little more, shall we say, mystical.
Mystical. Okay.
These sources talk about taking inspired action.
Inspired action. All right.
And I'm getting a little bit of a, follow your bliss vibe here. Okay. But I'm guessing it's a little more nuanced than that.
Yeah, definitely. It's not just about doing what feels good in the moment.
Right.
It's about recognizing your unique skills.
Okay.
And interests.
Yeah.
And risk tolerance.
Right.
And then finding opportunities that align with those things.
Yeah.
These sources, they mention things like discovering a unique business idea.
Okay.
Or landing a dream job.
Right.
Which sounds great on paper.
Yeah.
But how does that translate into action for someone who's maybe feeling stuck?
Right. It's easy to say, find your passion.
Yeah.
But what if you're not even sure where to start looking?
Yeah, that's a great point.
Do these sources offer any practical advice on how to discover these so-called inspired actions?
They do touch on the importance of self-reflection, asking yourself questions like, what am I naturally good at? Or what activities truly energize me?
Okay.
It's about paying attention to those moments where you feel a spark of excitement or a sense of flow.
Right.
Remember, inspiration can come from unexpected places.
That's true.
It might be a hobby you've always loved, a skill you've developed through work,
Right.
or even a cause you're passionate about.
So it's not necessarily about quitting your job
Right.
and becoming a yoga instructor.
Yeah, not
unless that truly aligns with your skills and goals.
Yeah, it's more about finding that sweet spot where your talents and interests intersect with a real opportunity.
Okay, I'm starting to see how these steps build on each other.
Yeah.
We've gone from a vague desire for money to a concrete goal.
Right.
And now we're talking about finding actions that feel aligned with who we are.
Exactly. It's like we're creating a roadmap.
It's like,
not just to wealth, but to a more fulfilling life overall.
I like that.
Yeah.
And that brings us to step 3, maintaining a clear and unwavering vision.
Unwavering vision. Okay.
These sources talk about holding a mental picture
okay.
of already achieving your goal.
Right.
It's like you're already living it.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is where they kind of lose me a little.
Oh, really?
I mean, I get the power of positive thinking, but isn't that bordering on, like, delusion? I mean, if just picturing a pile of cash was enough to make it appear, wouldn't we all be millionaires by now?
Well, it's not quite that simple.
Okay.
But there is something to be said for the power of visualization.
Yeah.
Think of it less as a magic trick.
Okay.
And more as a way to train your brain.
Right.
To focus on what you want.
Okay, so it's like a mental rehearsal.
Yeah.
Like athletes visualizing their perfect performance.
That's a great analogy.
Before a big game.
Yeah, it's about priming your mind to recognize opportunities and make decisions that align with your goals.
So it's about building up that mental muscle to stay focused on the goal.
Yeah.
Even when things get tough.
Exactly.
I guess that's where the unwavering part comes in.
Yeah. But how do we even begin to tackle those, like, fears and doubts?
Yeah, that's a good question.
They can be pretty overwhelming sometimes.
That's where the real work comes in.
Okay.
These sources suggest things like identifying your specific fears, challenging negative thoughts, and surrounding yourself with supportive people.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
It's about building a mindset that's resilient and adaptable.
Yeah.
Because let's face it, the path to success, it's rarely a straight line.
That's a great point, and I think it's something a lot of those get-rich-quick schemes, you know, they gloss over.
Yeah.
They make it seem like overnight success.
Right.
It's just a matter of finding the right secret formula.
Yeah, find the right formula and you're good to go.
But in reality, there's always going to be challenges.
Absolutely.
And setbacks along the way.
For sure.
And that's why this step is so crucial.
It is.
It's not about denying the reality of those challenges.
Right. But about cultivating a mindset that allows you to navigate them effectively.
It's like having a backup plan.
Oh, yeah.
But for your mindset.
I like that.
Instead of panicking when things go wrong, you can tap into that unwavering vision to stay focused on your long-term goals.
Okay, so we've covered setting a clear goal.
Yeah.
Finding our inspired action.
Right.
And building an unwavering vision. This is already a lot to digest.
Yeah, it is. A lot of good stuff, though.
Right. And we haven't even gotten to the skepticism surrounding this whole make money fast concept yet.
Right. Yeah.
You're right. We do need to address that.
Yeah.
It's healthy to be skeptical.
It is.
Especially when it comes to anything that promises easy money.
Exactly.
Right. So let's dive into that next.
Okay, let's do it.
Are these sources just peddling another get-rich-quick scheme? Or is there some real substance here?
That's the big question.
Stay tuned. Yeah, stay tuned.
We'll find out right after this.
All right.
Okay, so we've laid out these 3 steps.
Yeah.
Specific goals, inspired action, unwavering vision. And they sound pretty good on paper.
They do.
But let's be real for a second.
Okay.
The whole make money fast idea, it has a bit of a shady reputation, right?
Definitely. It's like those flashing banner ads promising overnight riches.
Exactly.
Most of us have seen enough of those to know they're not exactly reliable sources of financial wisdom.
Exactly. So how do we square that with the stuff we're seeing in these sources?
Right.
Are they just dressing up those same old schemes in fancy language?
Yeah.
Or is there something more to it?
I think the key difference here is the focus on personal growth.
Okay.
And aligning your actions with your goals.
Okay.
It's not about finding some magic loophole or secret formula. It's about creating a mindset and a strategy that sets you up for success over the long term.
Okay, so it's less about outsmarting the system.
Right.
And more about playing the long game.
Yeah.
But in a way that feels authentic to you.
Exactly.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But there are still a ton of those get-rich-quick schemes out there, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So how do we spot the red flags and avoid falling for those traps?
One of the biggest red flags is the promise of effortless wealth.
Right.
If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is.
Probably, yeah.
Legitimate opportunities usually require some level of effort,
some
skill development, or investment.
It's like that saying, if it seems easy, you're probably the product.
Exactly.
And another red flag is a lack of transparency.
Right.
Be wary of anyone who's vague about their methods or who pressures you to make a decision without giving you all the information. So do your research, ask questions, and don't be afraid to walk away if something feels off.
Exactly.
Because let's be honest, even with the best intentions, there's always a chance of things not going according to plan.
For sure.
And that's where the unwavering vision from step 3 comes back into play.
Absolutely.
It's not about ignoring the risks, but about having the resilience to bounce back from setbacks and adapt to changing circumstances.
It's like having a backup plan. But for your mindset, instead of panicking when things go wrong, you can tap into that unwavering vision to stay focused on those long-term goals.
It's like having a plan B. But for your mind.
For your mind,
Okay, so we've talked about the potential pitfalls of fast money schemes.
Right.
But let's flip the script for a moment.
Okay.
Are there any legitimate ways to accelerate your financial growth that align with these 3 steps?
There are definitely strategies that can help you build wealth more efficiently.
Okay.
But they still require effort.
Right.
And a solid understanding of financial principles.
So no shortcuts.
Yeah, no shortcuts.
But maybe some fast lanes.
I like that analogy.
Thanks.
Think of it like this.
Okay.
Instead of trying to win the lottery, you're focusing on building a solid financial foundation through things like investing, saving, and managing debt wisely.
Those are the classics.
They are, and they work.
Yeah.
These aren't exactly get-rich-quick schemes, but they can definitely put you on a faster track to financial security.
Right. It's like building wealth on a solid foundation, brick by brick. But maybe using some power tools?
Yeah, I like that.
To speed up the process?
Speed it up a little bit.
And I think that's a more realistic and sustainable approach.
It's in chasing after those flashy but often fleeting quick wins.
Exactly. It's about finding that balance between ambition and a realistic understanding of how wealth is built.
Okay, so we've explored the allure of fast money, the potential pitfalls, and even some legitimate strategies for accelerating your financial growth. But I think it's important to circle back to the psychological aspect here. Why are we so drawn
why are we
to these get-rich-quick promises in the first place?
That's a great question.
I think it taps into our desire for instant gratification and our aversion to risk and delayed reward.
Exactly.
We live in a culture that celebrates overnight success stories.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Which can make it hard to embrace the slow and steady approach to building wealth.
For sure.
Right. It's like we're constantly bombarded with messages that tell us we need to be hustling and crushing it.
Right. All the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
And that can create a lot of pressure. To achieve financial success quickly, even if it means taking unnecessary risks or compromising our values.
For sure.
And that's why it's so important to develop a healthy relationship with money.
Absolutely.
It's about understanding that building wealth is a journey.
It is.
Not a destination.
A journey, not a destination.
So instead of chasing after fast money, we should be focusing on creating sustainable financial habits that support our long-term goals and values.
Precisely. It's about shifting our mindset from how can I make money fast to How can I build a solid financial foundation that will support me for years to come?
And I think that's a much more empowering and ultimately fulfilling approach.
For sure.
To wealth creation.
I couldn't agree more.
All right, we've covered a lot of ground here.
Yeah, we have.
From the allure of fast money to the importance of a solid financial foundation.
Right.
So let's bring this all together.
Okay.
What are the key takeaways?
Yeah, what are the takeaways?
From this deep dive?
What have we learned?
Well, I think the biggest takeaway for me is that while fast money might be a tempting idea, real lasting wealth, it's built on a solid foundation.
It is.
Of clear goals.
Right.
Inspired action.
Yeah.
And an unwavering vision.
Absolutely. And I think we've also highlighted the importance of being skeptical of those get-rich-quick promises.
Right.
Remember, there's no magic bullet.
Nope.
Building wealth takes time, effort, and a willingness to learn and adapt.
Right. It's about being smart and strategic, but also staying true to yourself and your values.
Absolutely.
So let's say someone is listening to this.
And they're feeling fired up and ready to take action. Right. What's one piece of advice you'd give them to help them get started on the right foot?
I'd say start by defining your why.
Okay, your why.
What are your motivations for wanting to build wealth?
Okay.
Is it financial security, freedom to pursue your passions, leaving a legacy for your family? Once you have a clear understanding of your why, it becomes much easier to set goals. And make decisions that align with your values.
It's like that saying, if you don't know where you're going, any road will get you there.
Exactly.
Having a strong why, it gives you that sense of direction.
It does.
And purpose.
Yeah. And once you have that direction, you can start exploring those inspired actions we talked about.
Right.
Remember, it's not about blindly following someone else's path. It's about finding opportunities that resonate with your unique skills and interests.
Right. So maybe it's starting a side hustle. Investing in your education, or even just learning how to manage your money more effectively.
Yeah, there are so many possibilities.
There are so many.
And don't be afraid to think outside the box.
Oh, yeah.
Some of the most successful people in the world found their wealth in unconventional ways.
That's true.
So be curious.
Okay.
Explore your options.
Yeah.
And don't let fear hold you back from taking that leap of faith.
Okay, so we've got our why. We're exploring inspired actions.
Yeah.
But what about that unwavering vision piece?
Okay. Yeah.
How do we stay motivated and focused?
Yeah. How do you stay focused?
Especially when faced with those setbacks or challenges.
Right. I think it's helpful to create a visual representation of your goals.
Okay.
It could be a vision board, a written plan, or even just a mental image that you revisit regularly. Okay. The key is to make it tangible.
Yeah.
And emotionally resonant.
Well, it's like creating a roadmap to your financial future, but with a little extra inspiration sprinkled in.
Exactly. And remember, building wealth is a marathon, not a sprint.
Not a sprint, no.
There will be ups and downs along the way.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But by staying focused on your why and cultivating a resilient mindset, you can overcome those challenges and achieve your financial dreams.
All right, that is some fantastic advice.
Well, thank you.
To wrap up this deep dive.
Yeah, I hope you all enjoyed it.
I hope you're feeling inspired and empowered to take control of your financial future.
Well, it's all out there for you.
And remember, even though we debunked some of those fast money myths,
we had to.
It doesn't mean you can't achieve significant financial growth.
You can.
With the right mindset.
Exactly. It's all about the mindset.
So keep learning.
Yeah. Never stop learning.
Keep growing.
Keep diving deep.
All right. See you all next time.